This week on Most Craved,
DC announces its movie slate through 2020.
And it's Iron Man versus Captain America and an all-out civil war. Whose side are you on, Internet?
hey, welcome back to Most Craved. I'm Silas Lesnick with ComingSoon.net.
I'm Jenna Bush with Legion of Leia.
And I'm William Bibiani with Crave Online. Hey, hey.
Today we're talking about some major news to hit the big screen as far as comic books go in both the Marvel and DC universes. We're going to start with the distinguished competition, as it's called.
They're both a distinguished competition.
They have announced their film slate through the year 2020. We already knew that 2016 was going to bring us Batman versus Superman. But now we've got a new edition.
That's right. 2016 is also going to bring us Suicide Squad. This is a film about a team of supervillains who are given a deal by the government, do clandestine missions for us, and we'll give you your freedom. It's going to be directed by David Ayer, the director of the World War II movie Fury. And it also seems to be primed to compete with Sony's planned Sinister Six movie, which is also about a team of supervillains.
That was the first thing I thought of, that they were going against each other.
And coming out in very close proximity. Interestingly enough, Suicide Squad is something that DC's been trying to get off the ground for a while. We've seen Suicide Squad appear on Arrow, and they just had their own film, Batman Assault on Arkham.
The animated straight-to-video movie.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. What's coming up next after that?
After that is it's sort of a superhero. It's Lego Batman, which is in 2017. It's going to be. It's a spin-off of the Lego movie. It's actually one of 3 Lego movies also just announced that we're not going to be covering so much, but there's a Lego movie sequel, there's Lego Ninjago, but Lego Batman, presumably with Will Arnett as Batman, is on the way in 2017.
I think that is the coolest thing ever because the Lego Batman song is my favorite thing. Oh my God, I love it so much, which it was a hashtag when it was announced on Twitter. The next one coming up will be Wonder Woman in 2017. See how we worked that out so I could say it? It is the only female-fronted superhero movie that DC announced between now and 2020, which I'm not really thrilled about, but I am happy that she's getting her own movie and that I'm going to see it fairly soon. Gal Gadot, of course, will be playing Wonder Woman. I know that's still very controversial, and for the record, I like her. I like her outfit.
I'm excited to see her. I think she's going to be great.
Yeah. And this is one of the big differences between the early leaked list that we supposedly had, is that they implied that Wonder Woman was going to come out way later than 2017. Wonder Woman is now part of their big early push, and I think that's fantastic.
Oh, and a quick thing, her origin story in Batman v Superman is, I still hate that title, is going to be the New 52.
Which has just sort of changed. She's no longer made out of clay. It's a more normal origin.
She's a demigod. She's the daughter of the Queen of the Amazons and the daughter of Zeus.
And Zeus.
So, all right. What's coming up next, Alice?
Then we have the Justice League Part 1. Part 1 is going to hit in 2017. It has been confirmed to star Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Amy Adams, presumably all the other Justice League people. They aren't confirmed at this time, but surely will be. It's directed by Zack Snyder and is the first half of another movie. We'll see the second half in 2019.
And it's coming out just 1 week after one of the Marvel mystery movies, which is exciting and also a really good opportunity for Marvel to pick like a movie that could really screw with them. Marvel has a couple of different properties that are kind of like Justice League. Like one I'd like to see is Squadron Supreme, which is about the Justice League, the exact analogs of the Justice League turning evil and conquering the world. That would be awesome.
I'm saying GLA, Great Lakes Avengers. Put it out the week before Justice League.
Squirrel Girl's the new Rocket Raccoon. I like it. I like it a lot. And then coming up after that from Warner Brothers in 2018, we're going to have The Flash. This is not going to be related to the new hit TV series. This is going to be a feature film starring Ezra Miller from The Perks of Being a Wallflower, and We Need to Talk About Kevin. We don't know that much more about it just yet, other than, again, not in continuity with the TV show. He is a great actor.
I love him. He's
so talented. He's on the verge to break out. I've been a fan for a while now, but not necessarily who you'd think for The Flash. He doesn't have that rugged, manly chin thing going for him. So I wish him the best. I think it's a very interesting casting. I think it's one of the most exciting bits of news we had today.
Yeah, I like the choice. And then after that, we're getting Aquaman.
With Jason Momoa.
Yes, from Game of Thrones. Who also is very interesting casting. It's the last person I would think of, but I'm totally on board with it.
Again, you cast Jason Momoa, you're casting a guy. Everyone's going to look at him and go, oh, Aquaman's a badass. I got it.
Yeah.
Then in 2019, we have Shazam. We know that Dwayne Johnson is going to be Black Adam. It's pretty much all we know at this stage.
That's right. And we don't know who's going to play Shazam. I still think it'd be cool if he played both Shazam and Black Adam. But we'll just have to wait and see on that. And then also in 2019, as we said, Justice League Part 2, which is an interesting little title. They're trying to make it seem like the Godfather movies. Again, we know nothing about the plot for this. We can only speculate. Presumably, by saying Part 2, it implies that it's going to be a direct relation to the plot of the first movie. Again, there's enough distance between the films, and there's enough films in between that I can't imagine it's a direct cliffhanger. But maybe we're going to find out that the first film was just a setup for whatever happened in Part 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then in 2020, we have Cyborg.
With Ray Fisher, who's in Batman vs. Superman as the character. We're going to meet him then, and he's going to get his own movie. I
actually think that's really cool. I don't know why, but this one, other than Wonder Woman, was kind of my favorite because I really kind of wasn't expecting it.
Well, also, it's the first superhero movie from, anyone really, to take a character of color and put them onto the big screen. You know, we're getting like a Luke Cage is going to be on TV. That's great. That's really, really cool. This will be a solo film about a black superhero, one of the main black superheroes of the DC universe and Marvel universe, screw it. And they're really pushing him in a big way. I think that's great. I think that's really, really cool.
Hopefully we'll already even have a Black Panther movie by that time.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for Black Panther. I want that to happen.
And then finally, rounding out the list is a new Green Lantern that we know almost nothing about. It'll be in 2020. It's probably safe to say it has nothing to do with the previous Green Lantern.
I'm going to guess. Yeah.
Probably. They could do a thing like they did on the animated series where they said, like that last one kind of happened, but this is the new Green Lantern that replaced the old one. But I think it's best to just do a clean break. Waiting until 2020 gives them an opportunity to make sure everyone has forgotten about the old Green Lantern.
I've tried very hard.
I also suspect that at the end of a two-part Justice League movie, we'll see some shockwaves in the universe that will explain. Maybe they're both in continuity. It'll just be a new character.
Right.
That's also possible. And again, Marvel, in competition with all this, while all of this is going on, they're going to be kickstarting a new Civil War crossover event. Unlike the other Marvel movies, which I guess have been just very individually focused and almost Silver Age and their golly gee whiz, we're just telling a great fun superhero story. Civil War is a story from the comics that pit hero against hero in a fight over civil liberties. Iron Man turned against Captain America. They both assembled their own team of heroes. It led to a big fight, major ramifications within the entire comic book universe, and doing this in movies, Avengers was unprecedented, and now this is kind of unprecedented. We're going to take two heroes from great franchises and make them butt heads throughout multiple movies. Apparently.
And this has been rumored for a long time that they were going to do something around Civil Wars. I'm actually really excited about this. I love the Civil War series. So
I hated the Civil War series, and I am so glad we're going to be doing a follow-up episode to really get into the meat of this. What do these things mean to you? What do these DC movies mean to you? What does Civil War mean to you? What are the various ways that Marvel can adapt a comic book series that's very ingrained in the way the comic book universe worked, but now in a motion picture universe it works very, very differently.
Yeah, and because there's so much to speculate on in both universes, we're going to do a further episode. We're going to wrap this one up. If you'd like to keep watching, just click on the link and you can see our full discussion.
We're going to yell at each other a lot.
Look, battle.